Good morning. This is TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV. It's time now for the Lincoln Community Center report, and with us this morning is Andrew Luring. Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to have you on the program.
Glad to be back.
How's things going? Kids are all back in school. A lot of new activity over at the center.
Yeah, new activity. Kids are back to school. Week one is in the record books, and things are going well.
All right. Let's talk about some of the programs and events from back over summer. How did things go?
Yeah, so doing a little recap of the summer programs and all the activities and opportunities we have for the community at large, specifically for our summer program for our youth. So we had art with Miss Karen Perks, and a big part of that is the Hainer Cultural Center, who donates space for our students to come and learn art in a very professional atmosphere.
Gotcha.
We had swimming, so we had swimming 2 days a week downstairs in our pool, and we had some lovely lifeguards. Without them, we can't do the swimming option for the children during the summer. And because it's so hot in the Lincoln Center, and we don't have that HVAC system yet, which we're working on and we'll talk about later, it's so important to have that option of swimming. We do a skating program at the Hobart Arena, and we got to thank the folks over at the Troy Skate Club and Hobart Arena for putting that on for us. It's a wonderful opportunity for our children, many of which have never skated in their lives before. Although that's not true, because we've been doing this now for 2, maybe 3 summers, and now they're starting to get into it. Bruckner Nature Center. Bruckner Nature Center comes and does a monthly program. They are wonderful, and I would encourage anyone that works with children to look into the programs they offer. They bring to our Lincoln Center once a month different animals, amphibians 1 week, 1 month, mammals another month, and then it's wonderful. Sometimes live, sometimes dead, but the kids really enjoy it. The summer basketball program, we had 180 kids,
wow.
I think. So we can't do that without all of our community sponsors and volunteers to come in and help ref some games and keep the kids in line when we're doing that. The farmers market. The farmers market is still going strong. We're down there today. The Lincoln Center is there as well. And the farmers market, Troy Main Street, really helps us out and provides us with free space to not only promote the Lincoln Center, but also sell the vegetables and some art that we create over there at the Lincoln Center. We had an opportunity to go to the Dayton Art Institute this year, and that was through a gracious grant from Abbott Laboratories. Okay. So our kids got to see a show. It was about light. I forget the name of the exhibit, but it was a light show, and we took about 35 kids down there on a bus that we chartered from Riverside. So thank you, Riverside, for having that service available. It's a very low cost, and they have professional drivers. We're going to use them into the foreseeable future. And then I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the summer lunch program. Well, that's the a wonderful program that allows the Lincoln Center to feed anywhere between 30 and 45 kids a day. And there's also 4 other locations in Troy, Ohio. And so the summer lunch program and everybody that's involved with providing youth with a meal during the summer, we love you and thank you.
Our community is so lucky to have the Lincoln Community Center. And just as you were going over that list, you think of all the people that combine together to make these successful programs so that the youth have options and the ability to go out and do these things.
Very much so. I think the Lincoln Center acts as a clearinghouse for many other nonprofits, and they are aware and know of the good work that we're doing there. And so we have limitless collaborative partners, and we can't do the work that we do without them.
All right. With the kids back in school, that means your after-school program is in full swing. Tell us about that. So
the after-school program is in full swing. I believe to date we have something like 58 kids registered.
Okay.
That number will increase throughout the year. We've been serving between 35 and 40. One really cool thing that happened this week, and we got to thank Eric Herman and the Troy City Schools, is we have a group of children who attend Concord of the ESL program who were unable to come to the Lincoln Center last year because of scheduling conflicts, and when they got home on their bus, we were closing our doors at 5. And so now they get their bus directly to the Lincoln Center.
That's great.
It's wonderful.
So that solved that problem because it was the busing that was kind of an issue to get the kids over there.
Yes, it was. That was the issue. A lot of our kids who attended Concord wouldn't get home until 4:45, and then so they just wouldn't come to the center. And Eric Herman really stepped up to the plate, and he's like, I can find funding for that. And he found funding for that.
Thank you, Eric Herman.
Thank you very much. And so now we're going to move on to, we're going to try and get those kids from Cookson and Hook. Because currently we provide busing that we have a 12-person conversion van, and we go and pick up kids everywhere except for Concord, but that's taken care of. And now we got to work on Cookson School and Hook School.
All right. Get that availability to all of the kids.
Yes.
You had your summer basketball. We talked about that, but now you're going into fall basketball.
Fall basketball. It's our fall and winter basketball program.
Okay.
And its signups will begin October 20th. And so you can call the Lincoln Center, or you can go into the Lincoln Center. You can sign your kid up. The fee is $25. It's very reasonable. There's a great deal of instruction. There's organized games. We have officials. We have a gymnasium. It's a beautiful floor. Come and check it out.
All right. Now, your 5th annual Thanksgiving feast, that isn't going to be actually too far away when you think about it.
Nope. Our 5th annual is coming up, and it will be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So we are definitely looking for volunteers and donations of food, turkeys, stuffing, all the Thanksgiving accoutrements. And yeah, it's always a successful event. I think last year, Ted Zimmerman is our treasurer, and he comes out, and so there are many other individuals who come out for this event specifically, but Ted takes great satisfaction. I think they deep fried like 9 or
wow.
11 turkeys last year.
And you get a great turnout for that over there.
We
as
do.
well.
I don't know the numbers on that, but it's a pretty good number.
Well, for 9 turkeys, if that's what you're deep frying, and deep fried turkey is so delicious.
So good.
Yes, it is, and it's great for the community.
It is.
Always. You're looking into some building updates. I know you talked about the HVAC, and are you currently in the grant writing process for some of this?
So we're doing lots of building improvements. That's one of the wonderful things that Shane has done since he's begun his tenure at the Lincoln Community Center, and the amount of building improvements that have been implemented are astounding. Currently, to combat the heat and provide all of our patrons and members with a more comfortable atmosphere, is we're trying to get an HVAC system put in.
Okay.
As you can imagine, yesterday, on Friday, well, I guess when was the hottest day last week? I guess Tuesday last week was super hot. It was about 89 degrees, humid, hard for kids to do homework in that setting.
Yeah.
Dangerous for our elder members who would like to play pickleball there but can't because it's physically not acceptable.
Right.
So we are in the process of writing grants. We got good news on September the 1st, or was it August 31st, from the Duke Foundation. We have submitted an initial letter of intent for an HVAC system, as well as security features, which include some cameras which will give us complete observational abilities of the entire building and the outside, as well as a keyless entry system which will allow us to...
What a great idea. Lock it down, kind of like the schools are.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, and so it'll give us the option to do that push button. And so anyways, we have been invited to submit the full grant to the Duke Foundation, and it's kind of a big deal, and then we'll change the feel and aesthetic of the Lincoln Center immensely.
It adds that layer of safety, especially
Yes.
for parents to know no one can just walk in with the kids.
Yes.
All right. Now, and you spoke of this too, all the hard work and dedication that's gone in with the garden and the farmers market this year. And you did make mention farmers market is going on right now on Cherry Street. Are you set up? Do you still have some things?
Yes, we still have peppers. Our Swiss chard is looking phenomenal. I dug up some yams. There may still be some on the table when you come make it to us. I have 4 different kinds of peppers. I have habanero, jalapeno, poblano, chilies, and then sweet and pretty, which is like a miniature red pepper.
Okay. Now, how many square foot was the garden total?
I have been saying it's approximately 1,000 square feet of cultivated space.
Okay. But you had a lot of help with the kids, and a lot of people were involved with that this summer.
Yes, I have a core group of children that worked in the garden, and then I have a core group of children that work at the farmer's market vending it. Victoria is one young lady who has been there the most. And then Jade is another young lady who has been there the second most, and they really help with selling the goods and promoting the Lincoln Center. They learn new skills, and no, people don't want to buy produce from me. I mean, as cool and handsome as I am, but they'd much prefer to see these kids in action doing those things.
The kids out there doing what they do best. They're being kids, but they're learning too.
Yes.
And that's the great thing about it. You were getting some produce from another garden somewhere too.
Yes, we got some other people that helped a lot. The McGilvrys in the beginning have helped a great deal. I've gotten some produce from their garden. Joseph Hadlock and his wife Jan had grew a whole bunch of sweet corn.
Okay.
And they gave us some sweet corn last year. Last year we had about 10 kids go out to their farm and pick sweet corn for an hour. They earned $10 an hour, which is pretty phenomenal. And then we sold that produce or that corn at the farmer's market. The Hadlocks this year specifically planted an additional acre or an acre and a half.
Wow.
With the intent of allowing the Lincoln Center to come and collect that corn and sell it or distribute it. Ultimately, what I did, because of time constraints and things like this, is, I don't know, I think I harvested with some friends, Jeff Hamilton. Jeff Hamilton helped me a lot with his children, and we picked probably about 300 pounds of corn on 2 or 3 different occasions, on 3 occasions, and then instead of selling it at the farmer's market, because it didn't coincide with when I picked it, I just distributed it to donors of the Lincoln Center, members of the Lincoln Center, our community neighbors, and
wonderful.
That gives me a lot of joy, and that's part of what we're all about at Lincoln Center.
And it's folks helping out folks.
Yes, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's sweet corn. Everybody loves sweet corn.
Oh yeah.
Everybody likes a nice steak, unless you're vegetarian. But like everybody likes those nice things that we can produce here locally and distribute and share with our fellow human beings.
So we invite folks to come down to Cherry Street. Right now, Farmers Market is going to be going on until 1 o'clock this afternoon. Lincoln Community Center is set up there. You'll see Andrew and the kids with what produce you got left.
Yep.
Maybe some yams. Maybe
so,
not.
I haven't seen anyone produce it. There's been no yams on the table that I've seen.
Okay.
Except for us.
All right. This has been the Lincoln Community Center Report. Thank you so much, Andrew.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV.